welcome to the Film and TV channel. Yes, I'm going over to Channel 5 today. We don't do much on Channel 5. They do the odd dramas, but obviously it's usually ITV and the BBC that sort of command all the sort of reviews and stuff on dramas. But we got a little Channel 5 thing that's just finished, actually. It was 6 about 40-minute episodes. Mystery crime drama. It finished its run on the 21st of November 21 and it's now available on My 5, so you can binge watch it. I've had to watch this weekly, so you know me guys, I like to binge watch, but hey, sometimes this is not too bad, this, because there is a story in it, but obviously there's little stories each week as well, so it's that sort of basic of a crime mystery drama. Actually it's on at My 5 until the 26th of January 2022. And we're looking at the Madame Blanc mysteries. Yes, Madame Blanc. The lovely Sally Lindsay stars and co-wrote this series. And yeah, I get that feel from it. I mean, she seems a lovely lady, and I get that feel, even though there's a little darkness in this, I do get that sort of nice feel from this all the way through. Also stars Steve Edge and Sue Vincent in this, and a host of other guys. I'll mention another one in a minute, not in a positive way, unfortunately, but yeah, what's it about? Well, Jean White, Sally plays Jean White, an antiques dealer. She must probably have an interest in antiques in real life. I'm not too sure to write about it, I suppose, who runs a successful business with her husband, Rory. But when he suddenly dies and leaves her nearly penniless, Jean relocates to their one remaining asset, a cottage in the French antiques hub Saint Victoire. I mean, I did watch it, I can't remember what they call it, Saint Victoire, and begins investigating Rory's mysterious death, as you would do. Yeah, you wouldn't leave it to the police, would you? You'd go over and do it yourself. Of course you would. Yeah, rating-wise, it's done very, very well, actually. Internet Movie Database, as at the 22nd of November 2021, 3 p.m, 6.6 out of 10. So there you go, that's 414 scores. A lot of those hadn't watched the whole series, to be honest with you. They're all a little bit older than last night when obviously when I watched the last episode for doing this vlog today. But of that 414, 101 scored it either 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. So, you know me, I think that skews the scores a little bit. So I've got rid of them. I've chucked those out. So we're left with 313 scores and reviews. And about 313, 249, yeah, were positive. They were scored between 6 and 9 out of 10. So that's 80%. So that's not to be scoffed at. It's still even when I take the 10 out of 10s out, which I think there's over 100 of those. About 80 odd of those and 20 odd 1 out of 10s. But that 80% positivity is still a very, very good score. So that brings me, what do I think? Obviously, I'll probably give away a couple of things. I mean, so we do have an ongoing mystery with this. It starts off, obviously, the murder of a husband and what it's connected to, if you like. But then little mysteries and stuff appear throughout all the individual episodes as well. And, of course, Lindsay plays a sort of Miss Marple type character, a little bit younger, obviously, but obviously where she has certain knowledge, obviously based on antiques, and there's an antique-y feel all the way through this. And she uses that knowledge, of course, to help the local police, the local constabulary, etc., to sort out various things that happened while she's trying to find out what happened to her hubby and why it happened to her hubby, more importantly. Yeah, I mean, obviously, as I said, Lindsay must have an interest in antiques, because obviously the connections week by week, there's antique talk, and for me, not overly exciting, to be honest. I don't mind antiques as such, but within the context of what we're watching here, it's just a bit as a filler, really, rather than anything else. I mean, this is a sort of crime drama that the BBC can do well. I don't dread to think, say anything nice about the BBC, I'll get told off. But yeah, you think of something like Shakespeare and Hathaway. Yeah, I mean, it's that sort of standard of drama. Perhaps not as good as Shakespeare and Hathaway. I must admit, I have watched a couple of series of Shakespeare and Hathaway. I find the humour very good, and I find the chemistry very good, which didn't always work in this, unfortunately. Apart from Sally Lindsay, she's just chemistry on her own, but obviously there was a small love interest, but it's just annoying rather than nice, to be honest with you. But of course, Shakespeare and Hathaway airs in the afternoon. It doesn't air on a Sunday evening, and this is a difference. But as a simple Sunday night watch, if you've had a weekend of action thrillers and stuff, it's okay. It's okay to wind down, but it does have an afternoon feel to it, in all fairness. and the attempts at humour as well. Obviously, it's not Sally Lindsay's a northern girl, etc., etc. But it's a bit corny, to be honest with you. And if one of your main guys supplying the laughs is a gentleman called Robin Asquith, who we all know, and I used to love him back in the 70s, but it sort of tells you all you need to know, really. It's quite sad in parts, and the corniness and some of the stuff just isn't funny. The humour isn't great throughout this, to be honest with you, and it's not anyone's fault particularly. It just doesn't. It's more filler in a similar way. Some of the antique stuff is filler. I think the humour is as well. It doesn't really work. In all fairness, acting wise, again, not great. Sally's okay, she's fine, but some of the other actors are a bit more amdram than professional. I mean, they are professional actors; they're getting paid for this, but yeah, some of it's a little bit wooden from various actors throughout this. And you even, obviously, it's set in France, so you even get the odd sort of French accent, a la hello sort of thing, which, it is what it is. Interesting enough, yes, it is set in France, but it's mostly filmed on the islands of Gozo and Malta. So there you go. So it is nice to watch. It's good to watch. It's nice and sunny and bright. I don't think did it rain? I don't even think it rained while I was watching this, to be honest with you. But yeah, so it's nice scenery-wise, like Murder in Paradise that I like. Another series of a similar ilk, if you think, but that is more an evening watch rather than an afternoon watch. But yeah, nice to look at. Some nice little sets. I did get some enjoyment. Don't get me wrong, I didn't turn it off. I could do other things while it was on and still think it was okay. So it wasn't a total waste of time. Although by the final episode, when you want things to be tied up in neat little bows, you might the odd loose end, of course it is, but it was just a bit of a total waste of time for the whole 6 episodes. I mean, to get to the ending we got to was very, very disappointing, a letdown, and obviously setting up for another series. Whether there is or not, I'm not too sure. I've not read anywhere that one's been sanctioned or anything like that. But yeah, a very, very disappointing ending to the overall thread of the story, which is the whole point. You watch it 6 episodes or something, you want some sort of conclusion, and it was poor. I'll be honest with you, it was poor. It did let it down a little bit. Probably lost half a mark for me just because of that last episode. Just didn't tie things up at all. In any way, I don't mind a few loose ends. I don't mind a few openings for a second series, etc. But it was poor, absolutely poor, to be honest with you. Very disappointed. So there you go. It is okay to say. Apart from that, it's a good afternoon watch with a nice hot chocolate, perhaps in these cold nights. I'm quite cold now. Winter's drawing in. It's getting to the end of November now. But yeah, hot chocolate. Fans of Sally Lindsay will probably enjoy it. I like Sally. I quite enjoyed it because of Sally Lindsay. I like watching Sally Lindsay, but not perhaps for fans of Robin Asquith. He wants to sort of retire gracefully at the moment. So unless he's given a little bit of better material to use, in all fairness. But yeah, an okay afternoon watch. As I said, it's not really for me. For some people, it's a good Sunday night watch. In the same way that something like Darling Buds of May and All Creatures Great and Small are a good Sunday evening watch. But it's not really on a par with anything like that. So say just a cheeky afternoon watch for me. I'm going to score it. Yeah, I'm not going to give it my magical 6 out of 10, which is watchable. I'm just going to give it a sit on the fence 5.5 because some people will like it, some people won't like it. It's simple as that. I thought it was okay, but I wouldn't say, yeah, watchable, watch it. You've got to watch this. Certainly that last episode let it all down for me, which is a shame. And if you actually want to buy it, it's actually out to buy it on the 13th of December as well, so you can get it online and in store from the 13th of December, costing on DVD only. There's no Blu-ray or 4K or anything like that. $16.99. Very, very expensive. Again, I wouldn't recommend that either. Just get it watched on my 5, and then if you do like it, buy it. But that's dear for 4.5 hours disc, which is what it probably equates to with 6 episodes. So yeah, I don't think there's many extras on it either. So. But there you go, $16.99 if you want to buy it on the 13th of December. Anyway, thanks for watching. What are we going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To me here again on the Film and TV channel. Or perhaps you have a flick across, please. Have a look at mine. If you're interested in football, my football team, Manchester City, I do vlogs on that every day, as I do with the film and TV. So if that interests you, or somebody might be interested, please point them in my direction. That'd be great. But if it's on there or back on here again, please Till we meet again, I only ask you, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.